I'm here. All right, let's go. Promised to show myself I'd get this damn thing. I'll probably hit level 100 before I even get close. I'll say feels like it, but I have no idea whether or not I'll actually hit it. Maybe I get good RNG by going fast, since it's impossible for me to consistently set a seed. Yeah, Le Pipe. I don't know how she got stuck. I also don't know how that Hilda stopped short. That's not how Hilda jumps work. They don't land where you're going. They land where they started, where you were when they started jumping. That guy should have jumped at the door. I don't understand why you guys have a 70% chance to crit. It's fucking absurd. For no reason. Yo, hey Doc. What's going on? Oh, thank fucking Christ. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Never mind. Couldn't feel worth it. Well, glad you're feeling better. That's the 5th time I've been photon dropped. I got photon dropped 4 times in the first, like, 7 hunts I did. And then they just stopped dropping after. This is actually the first photon drop I've seen since I went over 1,000, or over 2,000 kills. Genuinely kind of concerned that, Well, there's my God Battle! Or what should have been my God Battle. Unfortunately, the game glitched and made me fucking target a box that I wasn't aiming at. Because my target was highlighted on the fucking monkey. Why it turned me 90 degrees to the left, I have no fucking clue! Great! This fucking game sucks ass. Why did Sega make it so boxes had such high priority in targeting, where it just fucking auto-target boxes, regardless of where you aimed, even if they're not in range or visible? That seems like pretty bad design choice right there. Like, they're not... boxes and traps have posed no fucking threat to players. Yet, if they're available on screen, you will target them through monsters just to break them. Was that, like, intentional? Is that a glitch? It has to imagine it's a glitch. If they made that intentional, my god, they're fucking stupid. Yeah, they can target the thing that's not gonna kill them first. When they're looking straight at the guy that's gonna kill them, and it's gonna fucking flip you around just to hit them. That has to be a glitch. There's no way that's not a glitch. And again, it is Sonic Team, it is a Sega game. They have done shit which is considered batshit crazy by today's standards. They did the worst of what gaming does today, way back when. Somehow. One bats an eye. One could make a very annoying... Oh, I'm sure boxes could be put... You don't need to put them out of bounds, you just need to put them lined up along the wall of every door area. Because then, with magic, you'll only be able to target boxes until they're all broken. And guns will also only be able to target boxes. The only thing that you'd be safe with is melee. That's a scary thought. And make all those doors locked with no way to open them so you can't even get the items that are there? Oh, that'd be fucking... That's something I could see Shithack doing. Someone having a custom quest like that. Just fucking troll people. Breaking boxes also spawns enemies, so you have to figure out which box is which. No way of knowing if you're targeting the right ones. You know, traps can be put below for. Yeah. So can buttons. So I don't see why boxes can't. Oh, put boxes below the floor! That way you're forced to target them, but you have no way to destroy them! At least with weapons, you should be able to target with magic still. Ugh. Cast only mission where you have only boxes to target. I could just use that instead. I don't know why I use Vaz. Oh shit, it's windy out today. I can hear the wind rustling outside. In the wind. The insta-jizz with no wind-up animation or anything. I don't understand why one of them can do that. When I found that photon drop, I was like so relieved for the moment because it's like, oh great, this isn't going to take all day, and I can finally start playing another class. No, it was a photon drop. It was a fuck you drop. I see the vision now. It was a trap. I did expect to miss that second heavy attack. Oh, that's not what I want. I want to go with it. I need to sell that. Do I just give up on the Forces God battle for now? I don't want to. And realistically, the only reason I even want a God battle for the Force talked about this a little yesterday. If I get the double saber, it'll be good for that animation. If I get a chameleon scythe, it'll be good for that animation. If I find hit cards, it'll be great for that animation. And it's pretty good for the Hildebear and Hilda Blue heads I have. And if I get anything else that casts magic, like the Psycho Wand, technically that would be increased. Although I'm never going to use the Psycho Wand special for damage. It'll be just for, like, pot shots and dubchick switches that are knocked down, just to save TP. That being said, I have a Psycho Wand. I'll be saving TP by just casting spells. Oh, good. She got stuck in the corner this time. Don't worry about her getting hit. Kinda want to get a red partisan now. Because I'm not really using the special attack of the charge on this thing, and a red partisan would just be a huge DPS increase. Are you alright there, Elder Bear? Right. That same fucking palette patch glitch that only I can recreate constantly. Because apparently that's not supposed to happen. Why am I the only one? Why is there a glitch specifically designed around me for palette patch? Like, that seems a little unfair. I know I need a nerf, but that's ridiculous. Making it just so I physically can't switch palettes after I switch weapons for a fucking solid 3 seconds is bullshit. Like, why? Why is my palette patch disabled for 3 seconds after I switch weapons every single time? I don't get it. It also forces it to C down for no reason because it's switching the palette while I'm switching weapons. While the menu is up. Only I can do that apparently. Apparently it's frame perfect, but... I don't know why I'm bitching about it. It's been happening since I got palette patch, and I thought that was just going to be normal, but no, I could easily fix it if I turn everything to C down. I don't want to, because C up is just more natural. I did it to myself, but also this shouldn't exist. Like, genuine problem that shouldn't exist. It's not the fact that it forces the C down, it's the fact that it 3 second... Okay, I don't know a good estimate. But, like, it feels like 3 seconds. It feels like a fucking eternity. Yeah, I have to wait for the weapon to be fully equipped before it lets me switch palettes again. Oh. Apparently if I push R, it lets me switch instantly. I'll have to try and keep that in mind, which means I'm gonna fuck on my palettes a lot more. Yeah, ever since I got palette patch, I've been mismenuing way more often than without. Who'd have thunk that forcing the character to be locked to a single palette while trying to do certain attacks causes issues? Why did you even lock onto him if you weren't gonna shoot him, motherfucker? Damn, Tolos do a lot of damage. There it is again. Locked me to C left as I was changing weapons, and it caused me not to be able to flick the C up. So it doesn't even matter if it's switching weapons or not. If I'm on the palette that's not attacking, and I switch weapons, and I try to switch palettes while the weapon's still loading, I just physically can't, and I'm still locked to the other thing. So yeah, me menuing too fast is literally causing the issue, which is bullshit. I think that's bullshit. I think as long as the thing is available, I should be able to switch my palette, but the game doesn't seem to think so. Take it up with the game, not the developer. Because the game developed itself, obviously. The developer had nothing to do with this. Alright, hit? No. Oh, wait, what am I doing? Not yet, not yet, not yet. Hit? No. Most hit I've seen on the caliber in the forest is 20. It was a fire caliber. Not what I wanted. Oh, she's not in range, apparently. Okay. That's bad. Even though I was literally next to her. Hey, Kenzu. How's it going? Alicia, if you fucking die after you started running towards me, I'm going to kill you. She's going to kill the fucking monkey before I have a chance to get past the wolves. Ow. Is Lisa my neighbor? No. She's a client. I'm surprised that actually hit me, because usually I can get a full combo out before the swing hits. Quest. Yeah. Yes, this is a quest. That's what did you think it was? I've been doing this quest for like the last 5 days straight. Okay, not 5 days. It was Saturday I started doing the quest, and I didn't stream it till Sunday. But Sunday... Sunday I skipped Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I did a little bit of grinding on Monday after work. But I streamed it yesterday, I streamed it today. If you missed that somehow. God. Yeah, you can't have NPCs with you unless you're playing a mission. And if I was playing with someone, it would be split screen. Or if I was online playing with someone, it wouldn't be an offline quest. I'm not gonna get this fucking thing again, am I? Am I gonna have to go fucking 5 times over the average before I see another one again? That sucked ass. I've seen 2 tours, and I'm 5 times over the average of how likely they are to appear. I haven't seen a Palrappy yet, which I'm happy with, because I just don't want to see a Palrappy. Redria doesn't get any good drop from them. Nothing I need, anyways. How did you get past the wolves? Alicia, you were literally stuck behind 2 wolves. I didn't mean to use that. Alright. Barda. Alright, let's see. Total pipe. Thanks for cursing the run. If anyone casts blessing on me, it's inverted to negative, because I am lucky, and unfortunately it doesn't stack with other people's luck, it inverts. I need someone to counter bless quickly. Pretty cross, basically. Well, I may not have seen a god power yesterday. I did see something I really liked. I found shift to 18. I complained about only having shift to 12 for so long. And then I found a shift to 16, used it on ankles. And then I found a shift to 18 last night. I'm like, oh, that's great. I'm saving that for the raw marl. It's actually probably better for the raw marl until I find a couple of shift to 20s. So I need 2 shift to 20s, 2 D-band 20s, Jellins to lower 20s. I still need shift to 15. I have D-band 15. Yeah, do you know how many blessings you need to have stacks together to get a good seed for the run? One isn't good enough. I'm going for an item that's a 1 in 371 drop rate. I'm gonna need about 600 more blessings, and then we can talk about getting a rare item. Unfortunately, I don't even get that many viewers in a day, so that's never going to happen. I have to just make my own luck. I don't believe in chance. I believe in insanity and depravity because I have to keep doing it over and over until I win. It's like the lottery, but you don't get anything from it. Ah, box, fuck! I changed the RNG. Your power. Yeah, basically. I don't think anyone's gonna listen to me. No one listens to me already. Not unless you're watching the stream and no one else is talking. That's been a thing my entire life where I'll literally be middle of a conversation, middle of talking with someone, and people like walk up to the person I'm talking to like, hey, it's been forever, I haven't talked to you, or hey, I need your help with something, or hey, how have you been doing? It's just like, excuse me, I'm literally in the middle of a fucking word. Not even just a sentence, just words in the sentence. And you cut me fucking off while I am trying to talk to the person, very clearly trying to listen to me. Shit. I thought it died. I have stories back from when I was in high school. I was sick with pneumonia for like 3 weeks, and I had to. I was in high school. I was like a senior, and I was in AP Calculus, and I was trying to get credits for college. Well, I didn't pass the class. I failed spectacularly, but yeah, the 3 weeks I missed. I tried to talk to the teacher about the content I missed and wanted to know how the fuck shit was done. And so I started talking to him. I got 3 sentences in, asking for help. And then someone came up to him, and started talking. It was another classmate. It was literally someone in my class, and just came up to him and started fucking gossiping with him. And he walked away from me, and I'm sitting here, textbook open, my finger's still on the page of the part where I literally just asked for help and I needed him to explain that shit, because I didn't know what the fuck it was. I was sick for 3 weeks. I just fucking walked out of the class like, okay, I guess I'm not learning how to do this then. And I wish I could say that a couple weeks later he was like, oh, hey, sorry, I forgot about you, or something like that. He's like, nope, just never even acknowledged me. Where did I pick up an HP material? Oh, it's used now. Didn't acknowledge me, didn't acknowledge that he walked away from the conversation, didn't even remember I fucking asked, and he was wondering why I was struggling in class so hard. Great teacher. Like, he wasn't a bad teacher, he was a fantastic teacher, but like, that's the kind of shit that happens to me all the time. That's not the only instance of that happening to me. Like, people will clock out of conversations I'm having with them on their own terms, too. They'll just be listening to me, and then they'll just tune me out, and I'll finish my sentence and stuff, and they'll turn around and be like, oh shit, how long have you been there? It's like, I was in the middle of a conversation with you. What do you mean, how long have I been here? You fucking started talking to me! Oh... Partisan Partaker. I'm using it because it I have 25 hit on this shit. I can hit things with it. I like doing damage. If I don't do damage, I don't kill things. If I don't kill things, they don't die. What do you fucking want me to do? Besides that, I don't have access to any good swords on the color IDs I have. This is literally my only option, is a sword on a stick. This is still a fucking sword. I don't care what you say. It's a long knife. That's a sword. This is a sword! It's a sword on a stick! Have you ever had chicken? Have you ever had chicken on a stick? That's called a fucking kebab! This is a fucking sword kebab! It's the same fucking thing! I know. I know you're kidding. Because if you weren't, we'd have problems. Okay, this charge breaker has less damage and less hit by 7, even though it has more hit. It's a shame. I think the only weapon I could get for an upgrade right now would probably be a red partisan, and to do that I'd have to go on Weidel and farm more Rappies. Which wouldn't be the worst thing ever. It'd be a nice break from the Hildebeer farm. Because I'm going to have to fight Hildelds again, except I'm going to have to pipe for them for the rare ones. And that's going to be frustrating as hell. Oh. I've seen 2 rare ones in my hunts for this. I was hoping to run into a couple more naturally, because getting the Magic Stone Eartista would have been fucking hype as shit. But I didn't get it. Always gives you nostalgia looking at PSO. You get to play it again from time to time. Nice. Yeah. I've been playing this game for probably far too long, but like, I haven't played any other game that fills me with the same nostalgia, joy, and happiness. Because modern day games are just kind of shit. Anything AAA. And indie games are great, but they're not PSO. This has a very specific way, a very, very particular play style that I rather enjoy. And no other game can replicate it, as far as I've been able to experience. Even the new Phantasy Stars, PSO2 and New Genesis, they're not PSO. They are not PSO. They are not even fucking close. They are generic-ass MMORPG controls with a terrible written story by someone who thought it was a good idea to make your character God, and then, you know, just forget about it. Convenient plot point, your character just forgets you're God. You have amnesia. How do you forget you have divine powers? How do you forget that you created the entire fucking universe? How do you forget that? How do you forget that? This game has a unique, yeah, truly unique. PSU kind of replicated it to a point, but not well enough for me to keep playing that. But yeah, when PSU came out, I saw a lot of posts of people being like, why is PSU not PSO2? Are you really missing in PSO2 New Genesis any kind of hit stun or punch back when hitting enemies? Yeah, there's no feedback. You just zap enemy and then enemy just stands there like nothing happened. Like I told you, it's a fucking generic MMORPG. There's no hit stun, there's no feedback, there's no positive feedback loop for New Genesis. You kill 700 enemies and you get 700 pieces of fucking trash. They go straight into your bank, and then you have to go clean your fucking bank out. PSU game melee. PSU game melee and ammo system. But why though? Did I just have a stroke? I'm imagining you meant to say Gave? Gave melee and ammo system? Because yes, it did. It absolutely did. And I don't think it was the worst thing ever. It was a way to change up the gameplay a bit, but also that became just the only gameplay loop was spam special, spam special, spam special, until it was fixed in the fucking portable games. Which, honestly, if the portable games had been on console, I think it would have been great success. That's just me personally. I'm just a consumer, and if I had played that experience, if I had played the, if I had played PSP2 or PSP2i, if it had been on just console, I would have enjoyed that. I would have enjoyed that greatly. Just like the block button is implemented pretty damn well. Sure, it's a little busted because you can block fucking everything. Oh, a nuke. Block. Parry. Oh, there's a world-ending devastating attack where he's erasing your existence. Just parry it. How did that hit me? I didn't even move a fucking pixel forward. Be fair. The short time you played it, you felt like the enemies don't even notice you hitting them. It doesn't help that most of them behave like forest wolves getting ready to maybe attack you. Yeah, that's... There's so many ways just to ignore the mechanics of PSO2 and New Genesis. Like, it really doesn't help. You need to pay rent. Parry! Just parry it! Got an abscess growing on your back? Just parry it. So when you always use Walmart, you should use another character next time. There's nothing wrong with only picking one character, honestly. If your flavor of PSO is Walmart Haven, by all means. But I will say, if you are interested in trying other characters, if you want to stay in the same class, Rawcast. If you have someone else to play with who can buff you, and you get yourself dedicated to the late game, Rawcast is incredibly fun because your attack power is fucking woo! You're doing the damage of a Humar with the weapons of a Rawmar. But you don't have self buffs, so that kind of sucks. PSP map design and loot system is terrible. PSP smooth fighting mechanics, though. Yeah, here's the thing. PSU, they changed how drops work entirely. Like, for just the Universe series in general, every drop comes from finishing a mission. Like, you just have to complete the full mission, and then you get 6 boxes to maybe get the 1 in 1,000 item. That is terrible. That's a terrible design, for sure. It's just like, it's hard to tell what's even in the drop table because it's just like, oh, hey, I broke all the boxes and I got this sword and 2 other swords, but my drop table says this sword exists and these other 2 swords I got from it don't. And it's just like, how the fuck? That happened to me on the Clementine private server where I was, what was it? I was like fucking level 100. I was leveling my 4th character. Level 100, not even the highest difficulty. Open a box, get endgame ultra rare armor. It's not listed in their drop table. And I asked about it and tried to take a screenshot and show it to them. And they're like, oh, we don't need to see a screenshot. We don't believe you. It's like, what do you mean you don't believe me? I fucking have it. I've never owned this item in my life. I didn't buy it anywhere. I'm still in the middle of a fucking mission. How? You can't drop shit in PSU. It just deletes from your inventory if you try to drop it. I think. I might be wrong about that. I can't remember. I just remember never dropping shit in PSU. You use humor in episode 1, but episode 1 and 2 you lose Romar. Oh, absolutely. That's not even a. That's not even a question, or there's no doubt about that. Humor in the Dreamcast version in PSO or PSO version 2 is by far the best character you can play, because you have access to Shift the D-Band, Jilin, and Zalor, and the Ranger weapons. I say Ranger weapons because Needles are a Ranger weapon in episode 1 and 2. But yeah, give you a Ranger, a fucking rifle ranged weapon that hits 5 targets and shoots incredibly fast. You're giving that to someone. That's like giving mech guns to a fucking Humar. Something with low base damage but high accuracy and potential to hit a lot. The Humar's base attack power is going to carry super hard. Yes! Yes, Kainzu. In Dreamcast, you mostly play solo and stuff, and Humar is just the better choice. If you have someone playing Force with you, then a HuCast would be better in that case. But if you're playing solo or just trying to do stuff, Humar is just the better choice, because Magic is just that good. Casts, you gotta remember that casts also didn't have traps until version 2 and online only, so people weren't familiar with how overpowered they could potentially be until like later in the game's lifetime. But then episode 1 and 2 came around, casts have traps on all difficulties. Humar lost the ability to shift a D-band. They lost the Ranger rifle thing. Like, Humars are still good, don't get me wrong. A Humar just has a ton of investment before you start feeling good. Like, Humar, you need a dedicated buffer, so you need literally any other class, a Force, a Romar, Romarl, Huneural. You need any other class that can buff to be tagged along with you, otherwise you just don't have damage. Because a lot of your damage comes from buffing. That is one problem in PSO that I will admit. Your characters are only viable as long as you have access to Shift the D-Band. Like, there's one character in the game that's viable without Shift the D-Band, and that's a HuCast, and you have to get HuCast to almost endgame before that's the case, because you need to have damage to do damage, right? And no one has damage unless you have Shift the D-Band. And then you give a HuCast Shift the D-Band, and all of a sudden, hey, it's hitting for triple your damage. What the fuck? If Humar could upgrade 250 times, I'll stand. No, not all stats can be 100 because you go above 100 pretty damn quick. What game is this? This is Phantasy Star Online, episode 1 and 2 for the Nintendo GameCube. Or at least, that's the version I'm playing currently. I'm playing episode 1 and 2 Plus, which is a patched version of the base game. You're playing on HuCast? No, you don't. No one likes playing unbuffed HuCast. What's the point in having 1600 attack power if you can't have a fucking Shifta to boost it to 12,000? Stuff for Dreamcast, you remember your 150 Humar can solo everything? You used to help low-level people compete Dark Falls and be hard and Ultimate. In the online okay, yeah. Yeah, no, that's a Humar. Humar was the ultimate solo class. Buffs, debuffs, access to all the spells, access to high attack power, access to, like, insane accuracy. Not just, okay, not insane accuracy. 160 isn't that high of an accuracy cap, but having the weapons give plus 120 ATA, so you don't even need to worry about your accuracy. Plus, Dreamcast doesn't have any stat cap, or doesn't have any material caps, so you can stat your character's caps very easily. Like, every character can be capped on damage and shit, and the only thing that would do more damage would be a HuCast with someone who can buff them. And then Rawmar exists because he has Shift the D-Band and not Jill and Zalor. Rawmar just becomes better than Humar. That's not the only reason. Ralmar gains access to a frozen shooter in episode 1 and 2, which is the most broken fucking ranger weapon. In Dreamcast, it's cast only. Why it was cast only in Dreamcast, I don't know. But the thing about frozen shooter in Dreamcast was it had perfect accuracy, which means your accuracy set didn't even fucking matter. If you shot at something, it hit it. And I believe I was told it had piercing. So it was like basically a Snow Queen without... Or maybe that was just latency. I don't know. I can't remember. I've never played with one because I never played Dreamcast that far. But yeah, a frozen shooter that's combo unlocked, that's guaranteed to hit without even an accuracy check, that guaranteed freezes enemies. Yeah, that sounds pretty strong to me. It's nerfed a little bit on the GameCube version because it doesn't have the perfect accuracy anymore. If you miss a frozen shooter special attack, you still miss. But that hardly matters when Ralmar's attack accuracy is high enough to where if you missed, it's a goddamn miracle. It says Rawcast can use all weapons. There are so many things that say this class can use all weapons. I remember reading something else. Was it like in the official hand guide that said that Hunter Humar is like a no, it was Full Marl is like a master of weapons for the Force class and is very good at melee combat. She's not. She's the worst class for melee combat as a Force because you don't have attack speed. Why is she the master of melee? Don't know how they could get that wrong. It was the early 2000s. You got to give them a little slack. They probably rushed that shit out so fast, and before Crunch became a regular thing where they worked people to death and then didn't pay them. That was just the unheard of, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I'm shooting Rappy. Translation or something. Yeah, I don't know. Neural best Sill Sword. No, you want to play Fomar Fonum. Neural is a hunter, so you have access to hunter weapons. But her problems come in the fact that she has no accuracy. I'm gonna shoot the bug. Give me a sec. I gotta kill this thing before it spit. Huh? Ben, you should have been stun locked. Hugh Noir has no accuracy. I have this Pushan made with 90 dexterity. Right? 90 dex. I could have put half of that into power, and I would have gotten 90 power from 45, 90 attack power from 45 pow on the mag. But instead, I had to throw it into dex, so I have enough accuracy to actually hit things. I have 160 ATA with that mag right now, at level 93. My Ralmar, at level 53, has, like 3 less accuracy. 3. Oops, that was supposed to be heavy attack. So Ralmar at level 53, fucking 40 levels lower than the Hunter, has the same accuracy. But if you want a spell sword, if you want to do damage while also casting spells, Hidden World's, I guess, not the worst choice, but you have to, if you're going to be focusing on using spells, you're either not going to be doing physical damage, or you're not going to have accuracy. And if that's how you choose to play, but so be it. You could play Hidden World like a Force, just without any of the added benefits, and the low TP, low to no TP, while having less damage because your MST is also lower. You know with Katanas and Ice Magic? follow your heart. That's all I'll tell you. If you want to have fun that way, you'll go do it. To me, that sounds like a fucking chore, and I refuse. Why do you keep getting stuck here? You getting stuck in the weirdest places. Fomar is probably better for a social style. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I have come to really enjoy my Fomar. I play Fomar like a Humar. Fomar attack power caps at like 1,008. Humar attack power caps at like 1,400 or something like that. I don't know off the top of my head. But Humar doesn't have shift to D-band and Fomar does. The only thing that Fomar doesn't have is accuracy. So Fomar's accuracy on GameCube caps at Humar's accuracy on Dreamcast. And then the only difference is the weapons. Because GameCube decided to nerf all weapons to have less than 30 attack accuracy for all melee weapons for some fucking reason, you can't use them unless you find a stupid amount of hit. And when I say stupid amount, I mean baseline 50. And to be actually competent, you need to have more than that. If you want to use Fomar, you have to have weapons that have 60 plus hit. And that's just a lifelong commitment at that point. You have to commit to finding that rare shit that has more than 60 hit. Do you know how many items I have found with more than 50 hit in my lifetime that I actually own? I can count them on one hand. I have a shot. I have a sword. I found a caliber 55 hit. I have a shot that has 65 hit. I found a Silence Claw that has 65 hit. And now, other ones I've seen a Vulcan with 75 hit. And these are just the ones that are useful. I also have a Custom Ray with 80 hit. I'm not counting the ones from the Lucky Coins. I'm just remembering now, because I just like... So, Custom Ray with 80 hit, LNK... Okay, so 2 hands. Custom Ray... I have LNK with 60 hit, which I got from a roulette. I have... a Visk with like 70 hit, and that's about it. Yeah, 7. I have 7 things that have more than 50 hit, and only one of them is usable on my force. You've never had a hit. Are you still in normal mode, or are you above normal mode? So better spell sort as Fomar or Fonor? Fomar. Unfortunately, Fomar. The reason I say unfortunately is because Fomar has higher attack power. Fonural's attack power caps at a little around 500, so you can't even use most melee weapons. Like a lot of the good melee weapons that you want to use, Fonural can't even equip, so Fomar will have to be your thing. But the reason I say unfortunately for Fomar is because even with a god battle, Fomar's attack speed is like half the speed of everyone else's attacks. She has a custom animation for almost every weapon, and it shows. You can feel it because you just don't swing as fast. A god battle partisan with a Fomar will be as fast as a Fomar without a god battle. It's just that slow. But yeah, you've never found a hit item drop, and Negrom has like 6 hit items already. If you're in normal mode, you only have a 1% chance of finding hit on any given item. If you're in hard mode, I think that increases to like, I don't know, 2% or some shit like that. It caps out at 5% of ultimate difficulty. In episode 1. In episode 2, it's always 1%. His friend used HuCast all the time, but at the time he didn't play online, so he's gonna have to buy some stuff. You hit level 20? Nice! You hit level 20, you can do hard mode now. And you should be able to find hit items. But yeah, if you're finding hit items in normal mode, you found 6 hit items in normal mode. That's insane luck! Bruh, finding hit in normal mode is like fucking damn next to impossible. Unless you're me. I don't even know why you'd complain about not finding things with hit in normal mode, because you're not supposed to see shit with hit in normal mode. Normally. Escape doll. Oh, how did I fucking read that as escape doll? I saw a S. Whatever. Besides that, you don't need hit weapons until you hit ultimate mode. I don't know why you're complaining. Ultimate difficulty is when you need to start having hit or have a mag built purely for dex. With very, very little power. Until you get to a higher level and then you can rebalance it to actually have damage. Had to re-roll Phone New World to Hue New World to be a really spell sword. I mean, if you wanted to be a spell sword, you should have gone full Marl, but instead, now you're a sword spell. Like I said, I'm not going to tell you how to play the game. I'm just going to give you my opinion, and you can take that as you want. If you want to do melee damage, but you want access to spells, Humar would probably be a little better to go, in my opinion. But Hue New World is definitely a fan favorite. For many reasons. Mostly the customization, probably the titties. Definitely not the stats. Her stat growth is fucking terrible. She has the same attack power as a Ramar. As a hunter, that's terrible. But you have access to 20 Shifted D-Band, to 20 Jellins of Lore to make up for that. And your MST growth is... What about the slow attacks? You can overcome that with persistence and having fun with the game. Who cares about the slow attacks? If you just want to swing a stick around, just learn how to time it right. You know, then again, I suppose if you want to be a spell sword, and you don't want to be just delegated to pure support, then going Hue New World is probably better. Because most people don't like the speed at which forces play. For sure. What, front ankles? No, this is my ankles. You can't have this one. This one's mine. Tele pipe. I can't believe I got fucking jebaited by a photon drop on the first run of today. I'm sad. Sounds like you know the one. Yep, go for it. Oh, god damn it. Just remember what I said about Hue New World. It is very well known that Hue New World has no attack accuracy, so if you want to hit with melee weapons, you have to build a mag with a fuck ton of dexterity. And if you want to do damage with melee weapons, you have to get a fairly high level to have very pitiful damage. Compared to other hunters. Her damage is still good. It's just very lacking compared to Humar, Huecast, and Hue New World, or Hue Casil. Yeah, Hue New World loses damage to Hue New World as well. Depends on how you build her. If you build her for pure magic damage, you might as well have gone to Force. If you build her for pure physical damage, you're going for cosmetics. Guaranteed. It's a little unfortunate that the only cosmetics you can actually do in this game is when you initially customize your thing. Like, customize your character. You found your first PD? Nice, congrats! One of many. Full model outdone Jenny Huni with melee with it. No! No, no, no. Fomarl max ATP is like 800, a little over 800. I think it's like 900 something. The only reason why Fomarl won't outdamage Hugh Neural is because Hunter weapons are stronger than anything Forces can equip. You can do a Power Mag on Fomarl, you just gotta remember, classes have stat caps. So if you manage to get a Fomarl to have the same attack power as a Hugh Neural, they'll be neck and neck. The only deciding factor is what weapons they can equip at that point. If you're going for a Spell Sword to do melee damage mostly, you can use a Fomarl, but if you want to use like the good Hunter weapons that have like plus 6 to 700 attack power, you have to have a Hunter, because you can't equip them on a Force. There are plenty of melee weapons you can still use on Forces, but they just won't be the same power level as a Hunter. Twin Sabers and Sword? Yeah, swords specifically, you can only use on Hunters, so you have to play Hugh Neural. You can use Twin Sabers. Wait, when you say Twin Sabers, are you talking about the Double Sabers or the Musashi, Sangayasha, Yamato, Asuka, the two one-handed sabers at the same time? Because yeah, you can only play those on Hunter. There is one pair you can use on a Force, the Grass Assassin Sabers. Grass Ass Sabers. But that's it. That's the only one you can use on Force. Jizai. Is that a Blue Burst item? Pulse. Isn't it also just a one-handed? Whatever. I'm playing a different game. Hold up. Distracted. Alright, push me in the range. Yeah, because it's a melee-only weapon. You can only whip it out if you whip a dick out. You can only use the Stag Cutlery if you whip your dick out. That's it. It requires you to have male genitalia. It's a powerful weapon, only for males. She anti me? How the fuck did she anti me? She's not supposed to anti me unless I've been standing idle for about 7 years. You got so upset when you discovered Humar Intercap. You had Elysium and couldn't use it for like 5 less inches. Oh yeah, MST caps. I believe that Humar can use... Can a Humar use that weapon in GameCube? I think it can in GameCube. The cap was increased to be enough to use it. The third leg double saber. It's a Stag Cutlery. Think about it. Stag. Why would women be able to use a stag? I don't know. I don't have anything profound here. I'm just saying words now. Turn, damn it! Stud Cutlery. Yeah, pretty much. Caliber, Laser Visca. No hit. That could be useful. Breaking his fucking ankles. I am actually going to hit level 100 before I find this last one, aren't I? I thought for sure I was going to get a Magic Rock Aretista before I found a second one, but I found a second and a third within a day of each other. Which should be the normal amount! That should be the normal duration it takes to get those. But for some reason, it takes me like fucking multiple days at a time to find this shit. Why does it take me so long to find just this item specifically? You want to use your sword as a form? I think your option is Crazy Tune, and that's it. No, you have more than one option. You have Crazy Tune, you have Harrison Battlefan. That's it. You have two options. There, I doubled it. I doubled the number of swords you can use as Full Marl. Perfect. Who doesn't want to run around with a giant fan going slap, slap, slap? Pop, pop, pop. Ooh, cheese boyga. I don't have those, unfortunately. I only have a push on. I guess I'm really gonna keep on push on. I just had a thought. For Blue Burst, what Twin Sabers got added to the game? Because I, off the top of my head, cannot recall any Twin Sabers that were added to Blue Burst. But I know the Double Saber, they added Girasol, which is fucking awesome. But outside of that, I also don't remember anything besides the Girasol. They added a lot more guns and wands than they did melee weapons. Excal, Yongchang, Flamberge. No, Flamberge and Excal are both sabers. It's because I did add sabers. 2, at least. Rambling May. Heaven Striker. Yilamapu. Josiah's from the original GameCube? I don't think so. You have a Kamoy. There's no Josiah, though. Yeah, Josiah is a... Okay, Josiah is a rare twin sword. That's Blue Burst only. That does not exist in GameCube. Yeah, 800 attack power to use it with an 800 to 810 attack power. No, that doesn't exist on GameCube. That's a Blue Burst item. It has 40 grind, 55 accuracy. Yeah, that's a Blue Burst item. 55 accuracy already shows it's a Blue Burst item because no item in GameCube has over 40. But you say it's from the original GameCube. The fact that I don't know it and you're talking to someone who's playing the original GameCube version of the game, and I've played it for like fucking 20 years. You're saying that exists in GameCube. That's why I asked if it was a fucking Blue Burst item, because it's just like, that doesn't sound familiar, but I recognize it from somewhere. Of course I recognize it from somewhere. I recognize it from PSO, but not this version of the game. You said you think. Yes, I know you think, and you think wrong. It's definitely Blue Burst on there. So it's a replacement for the Sanga Yasha. Yeah, that sounds about right. Motherfucker. She could... Why are you not walking around him, Alicia? Ooh, that has 30 hit. No special, though, but 30 hit. Oh. Your own Double Buster with multi-equips. That doesn't work the way you think it does. Yep, Sanga Yasha is where it tops off for GameCube. I've been photon dropped twice today! I haven't been photon dropped in 2,000 fucking kills! Why am I getting 2 photon drops today? Motherfucker! Alright, I've been photon dropped for this item fucking 7 times now! 7 times! I got the 1 in 1,000 rather than the 1 in 300. As far as Twin Saber Twin Kiddos, yeah. Sanga Yasha. That's your top one. And it's super uber rare, so good luck. If you don't have the correct color ID to try and get both of them, you're, kind of fudged. The fucking game is trolling me. No, Viridia and Skylie. Skylie's one of them, Whitle's not. Whitle is for the rare Uber gun combo, Gold Mila. Whitle doesn't get Twin Sabers. Not any of the, like, the super rare ones. I don't think. Alright, let's go over the list of Whittle stuff. I don't know. What stuff I dragged them, did I? I did. Why are you doing that? I'm clicking the fucking scroll bar! Stop fucking highlighting everything! Yeah, okay, Whittle gets a Yamato in Ultimate, but everyone gets Yamato in V-Hard. You get Asuka from Kanun, that's the caves in Ultimate. And that's from the 1 middle ring target and a 1 in 900 rate. And that's it. You know, you get Asuka from Gold Dragon at a 1 in 6. So if you want to suffer through episode 2, the spaceship, you can fight the boss for the 1 in 6 for the rare. You forget the Scythe style double saber from BB, Girasol. Oh, you also get Asuka from Mary Carroll in Tower or CCA. Yep, that's it. You can get Asuka and Yamato on Whitel. But you can't get any of the S... Well, you could get the S rank ones if you do challenge mode online. But yeah, no Sangayasha on Whitel. But Skylight, you have the option of both. Can I link GameCube drop table website? Infinia. Go to Infinia drop tables. Go to PSO World drop tables. I am using a spreadsheet that I've compiled of rare items and rare drops on my Google Drive to track what items I have collected throughout the years. Well, not collected, from what items I've seen drop. And I'd rather not have anyone access to it, because I don't want people to fuck with it. Because I don't remember everything I've seen off the top of my head. There's a lot of things I remember seeing off the top of my head that I probably haven't seen, or I've seen on Blueburst and not GameCube. Ooh, I'm hungry. Alright, let's run. Oh wow, yeah, excuse me. That came out of nowhere. I say the Infinia went, and I understand that Infinia is a Blueburst thing, but they still have the vanilla drops, because Blueburst, episode 1 and 2, are still vanilla. They'll have the vanilla drop rates for the game, for the GameCube sections. The only thing that's not going to be GameCube is the episode 4 drops. So as long as you're not looking at episode 4, you'll be fine. I don't believe they made any adjustments to the episode 1 and 2 table, at least, on Blueburst. Because episode 4 was, there's wanting to push their shiny new product out, so they made all the good shit in episode 4 drop in episode 4. Excal, Flamebird, Heaven Striker, Last Swan, Master Raven, the Striker unit, all the episode 4 mags. I'm trying to think of the Youngchang, the Jizai should be episode 4. I'm sad this doesn't have special on it. That could have been so good with every hit. I don't know why my arm feels sore. Am I having a fucking heart attack or some shit? I don't have any chest pain, but I have a fucking severe arm pain right now. It's the same pain I was complaining about that other day with Roar. And I thought it was for me playing with my niece. Apparently not, if it's lasted this long. Maybe I should see a doctor about it. Your main idea on GameCube is gonna be Skylight for Sangha and Yasha, and Blueburst you're gonna go for Whitel for Jizai. That sounds right. Why is this guy walking straight behind the hill door? Hold up, Why did they make the Jedi specials fucking hell? Is that a reduced hell or an unreduced hell? Because they're not clarifying on the Affinia page if it's unreduced or not. So I have to imagine it's reduced. Oh, you need to find the Gurren and the Shoren to make a Jizai. So it's exactly like Songa and Yasha. You have to find the two weapons to combine them to make the goddamn thing. What the fuck is it with Sega and making... That same one dropped another fucking red box. If it's another fucking photon drop, I'm rage quitting. Fucking thank fucking Christ. 2 photon drops from that, or well, 1 photon drop from that guy, but another, same one dropped a photon drop earlier. All right, I'm finishing out this just to see if I can find a rare guy. Oh, I can finally play a different character. I can play something else, or I can keep going to try and see if I can get rare monkeys to get a Magic Rock Iritista. Do I want the Iritista? Not really. I could totally use it. A Rainbow Baton is incredibly good. Yes, I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Finally. After fucking 2 photon drops today, I'm genuinely surprised I got it. But man, that feels good. If I find another Hildator, I've seen 2 Hildators, but I have like, I want to say about 2,000 or more than 2,000 enemies killed, specifically Hildelts. More than 2,000 Hildelts killed, and I've only seen 2 Hildators, and neither of them drops a magic stone. A Rainbow Baton would be fucking hype as shit, but I do not need one. It's fun as hell to use because the Rainbow Baton feels like what a Disca should be, or a Slicer should be. It has 2 units more of range, and those 2 units make a huge difference for some fucking reason. I don't understand why, but it just does. 2 units is just a bigger range, and it's great. Alright, I got level 93. Okay, and I'm 7,000 away from next level. But that took me 33 levels to get 4 God Battle units. Longer than I expected, but earlier than I anticipated. Because honestly, that shouldn't have taken that long. I should have been like mid-80s when I found all of them. Considering I went fucking 4 times above the average to find it. I could just save quit. Who am I playing next? Who am I playing next? Am I gonna continue on? Yeah, hold up. I'm gonna save quit to save the progress. I don't want to lose this. And I need to go shove something in my mouth really quick because my stomach hurts from being hungry. Alright, I'll be right back. Progress has been saved. I'm going back online, and I'm gonna do a forest run. I'm gonna unlock the caves on her, and then I'm gonna play a different character. I'll be back in a sec. Alright, I put together a peanut butter jelly sandwich. I evasion blocked with 560 evasion? I didn't know that was high enough to have a chance of blocking. Man, offline is really a different beast. If that's enough to have a chance of blocking, and then online you need like a minimum of 800. Oh God! Big motherfucker came and pecked me. I wanted to see if I could get away without healing. Like I probably could, but better not chance it. I'm gonna do something stupid and end up dying and losing escape bell and getting angry at myself. Okay. Every level has been 3 attack, 2 defense, and 4 mental strength. And some evasion. Every single level since level 80 has been that exact thing. So, in the 14 levels since level 80, I've gotten fucking, what, 42? I've gotten 42 attack in 13 levels, but I've gotten 56 mental strength in 14 levels. I'm not a magic class. Uniworld isn't a fucking mage. Sega, what the fuck? Why did you make her stat growth that fucking awful? No attack power, no of the accuracy, because you're supposed to be a mage, apparently. Like, why? Why would they do this? Make a terrible decision like that. Make people suffer. And you make it the most usable class, solo. Because big buffs, big debuffs. A decent weapon selection for the class you're playing. But you fucking can't use any of it, and you don't do any damage with it. It's insane. Yeah, I don't know why my stomach was grumbling really hard, and that first bite I took of that peanut butter jelly sandwich, my stomach just was like, oh, your sustenance. And it just stopped talking. I hadn't even swallowed the first bite yet. Oh, I got some juicy fucking propaganda about my job. Anyone want to hear it? Well, before that, actually. Work is kind of messed up right now because we don't have any leads on my crew. I put my application in to be a lead, and several other people have also applied to be the lead position, but they haven't hired anyone yet. They haven't, you know, looked at the fucking resumes like they said they were going to. I also, when I applied for my, for the lead position, there were 5 open positions for my crew alone. So we are, at most, short 6 people. And if I get the position, we're still going to be short 6 people. But it's like, I better get that fucking position because I'm tired of doing the work without the fucking pay. Because right now, I have been doing lead work without the pay because I'm the only person who knows how to do the lead work. Because they fired the one lead who was really good at her job because, you know, sabotage. Oh, she didn't want to work, so she broke the machine. It's like, no, she fucking didn't, you dumb dimwits. You dumbasses. But it's just like, they're probably... I get the feeling that I'm going to be worked to, like, to the point of me wanting to leave. But more than I already do. They're going to work me even harder without giving me the pay of lead because I'm doing lead work without the pay. If they don't give me the position, I'm just going to quit, and I'll just look for a job while being jobless. I still have some money in my savings, and I know if I were to tell my parents that I quit, my mom would give me her life savings at the drop of a hat. I don't want her to, but she would. Drop of the pin, drop of a hat, drop of the butter. Why is it drop of a hat? Is it because that was usually used to be used as an indication of ready, set, go? Once upon a time? I don't even know. Anyway, our current lead, who's not been fired, she is unavailable for this week and the foreseeable future because she was admitted to the hospital yesterday. Likely excuse to try and get out of work. No, I hope she's alright. I have no idea why she went to the hospital. They didn't tell us. They just told us that she was admitted to the hospital. So yeah, no lead for the foreseeable future. I'm glad my supervisor is actually trying to convince higher-ups that we can't run 2 lines when we're short 6 fucking people. Seven people. 7 people with the lead gone. Like, we have more than enough people to run 1 line now. We have enough people to run 1 line, and then we have, like, 3 people floating and just, like, trying to figure out, what can I do? It's just like, go to another line, help them out. No! Then why are you asking me? I may not be the lead, but if you're trying to figure out what you want to do, go ask the fucking supervisor if you can just go home early if you don't want to work. But if I need the money, then stop fucking talking and go do something. Look busy. I'm not your boss. But if you're going to be fucking stupid about it, I will act as your boss. People are dumb. Well, yeah, we have more than enough people to run 1 line, so I don't know what they're planning. Oh yeah, we've also been told with the brand new records that we've been setting, We're still behind. We actually lost money, about $13 million, when we were projected to have a profit of $26 million. So not only did we half that, but we also inverted it. So we lost... I can't math. We lost like $39 million in profits last year. I feel like that's all fucking bullshit. Because we're hitting brand new records. We're hitting all-time highs. We've never had production this good before. Yet somehow we're in the negatives for profit. Which, to my understanding, the year before they were positive for profits with less than half of the work assigned to them. I don't know how they're projecting this profit, but that's fucking bullshit. Oh yeah, they also have this, like, bonus incentive now. If we manage to, for every month, if we manage to improve the cost effectiveness of work by 3 cents every month, the cost per pound, the how do they phrase it? So the price that it takes for us to make every pound of cheese, if that gets lowered 3 cents month by month, we will... Oh, gotta hit the button. We will get a $200 bonus added to our check, which is cool for the next 10 months. Getting a total of potentially $2,000 seems really nice, but that was planned with failure in mind, because there ain't no fucking way that we're going to improve more than 70%. Like, their projected expectation for results are for us to reduce the price of cheese, or reduce the cost of producing cheese by 70% of what it is currently. That's not realistically fucking possible. We can't go from $1 a pound to fucking 30 cents a pound in 10 months. We are definitely not making that. Not with the broken equipment, not without the, with a short staff. Like, we physically can't run a line because we're short-staffed. The other lines are also short-staffed. They're constantly taking our extra people that we currently have just floating around to do extra work. Like, how are they expecting us to run 2 lines if they can't fucking fill up the other lines that are supposed to be the ones making all of the money in the first place? I genuinely don't understand the thought process. And they're incentivizing us to work harder for less reward? Because we still haven't gotten our merit increase. I forgot to ask! Fuck! I wanted to know how big the merit increases were going to be, because there's supposed to be a fucking pay raise at the end of this month. They didn't talk about that at all. They, like, kind of fucking swept that under the rug. God damn it. Yeah, I gotta find a different company to work for. If I have to just quit this job and just not have a job for a couple weeks, a couple months, I think that would be better than working here. Honestly. If that's another god battle, I'll be a little peeved. Oh, thank God. Thank God. I'm happy that wasn't a god battle, because if I had spent... if I spent over 24 hours looking for 4 god battles just to get one on a casual clear... Maybe I should have casual cleared first and then gone for the things. That way that wasn't a possibility. But it didn't happen. I only have 1 more Hildelt, and I very much doubt it's going to be another red box. Oh, nice. Level 6 Shifta. It's only 10 levels lower than what I use. I don't need to do this. I don't need to farm those guys. Woo! Elrappy! Wow, after so long, that's the third rare enemy I've seen, and it was in a casual clear, and it's not a Hildelt. It's not a Hildator. Item isn't gonna be good. Item will be... Oops, too far. Actually, that's a chance at a red handgun. I'll take that. I will take a red handgun if I get one. That'll be an upgrade. Another fucking photon drop. Quit scaring me like that. That would have been a red saber. Oh, unless I got photon dropped, I got the 50-50. Oh, and it has some percents on it. Nice. That's 15 native and 25 A-Beast. Dude, that doesn't even increase from a Barista very much. That being said, it also doesn't have any grinder. The grinder is what gives it max damage. It has a lot of grinding potential. I'm going to use that on a ranger, actually, until I find a better weapon. I'm going to not use that on this. Oh, I had 2 Hildolts. I forgot about the second one that falls down. I was only thinking of the one that's set there. Man, finding that God battle could not have been a better time. Because honestly, this was like very close to the end of the stream with enough time to actually do something else to put my mind at ease. It's so good. It's Falcon. Full clearing the forest, and how do I go to a fucking frozen tundra here? I don't understand the like story reasoning behind the ultimate dragon all of a sudden being an ice tundra. Is the inside of this biome like terraformed to be a fucking ice area for some reason that you can't see for fucking thousands upon thousands of miles? I don't get it. No, no hit on that. Oh! Take this, you motherfucker! Oh, I can take the Cure Shock off now! Nice! I can put the Cure Para on for the caves. If I had aimed for the head, I probably could have killed it before it blew off. Oh well. Wow. Whenever I use Dig on a Charizard in Pokemon, this is what I imagine happening. The ground just like crumples up and then just sets back down perfectly. Yeah. Got him. Ooh. Oh, all these red boxes. It's just a dub. It's just a dub. It's not that exciting. It's unfortunate that my Disco Brave Man's just better, because I have 25 hit and no specials. Alright, I'm thinking. Do I want to start on the Force next? Because the Force, as a purple num, I can get more red handguns on L-Rappies if I chose to. And I can pipe for frozen shooters on Hilditors. But then again, I can also pipe for frozen shooters on the Whittle, my Raw Marl. I think I'll actually farm for the frozen shooter on the Raw Marl because it just seems fitting to have the Ranger pipe for her own weapon. And for the other Ranger's weapon. But if I bum rush Purple Num to the caves, I can start piping, or not piping. Yeah, I can start piping for a Psycho Wand. Although, do I want to use a DLC quest? Do I want to use one of the max attacks? Do I want to use max attack 1B to do that? Or do I want to just do the normal thing? That sucks. If that was... I already have 2 Hell Lasers. I don't need another one, actually. One of them has hit. Alright, this goes up to 15 native. I don't know who I want to play next. There are only 2 choices, either the Purple Num or the Whittle. The Viridia does not really have a say here, because Hildel's Star Amplifier, Hilditor, Red Saber, Angry Fest from L-Rappies, Red Scorpio from Pal-Rappies. The only cool thing I can get off of Viridia in the caves is the Yasha from a Melqueak in the 1 in 67,000, or a Songe from Panarms. Which I don't have a way to kill Panarms just yet. Not consistently, at least. And definitely not on that guy. I can get a Red Partisan from Crimson Assassins, so I could just farm the caves. Just bum rush the forest. Farm the caves. If I get a Red Partisan, that'd be cool. Or a Red Sword, too. Red Sword, Red Partisan, action in the same hunt is not a bad idea. Final Impact from Oblilies, that doesn't matter. Gay Bulge, Volmer... Go Volmer's Final Impact, that sucks. Those both suck. Final Impact from Obelis sucks. But everything else is good. Mill Lilies is God Powers, I could always use more of those. Poily Slime is God Body, that's not bad. Stag Cutlery from Poifoli Slimes. Poifoli Slimes. The blue ones. That wouldn't be bad. But the big thing I want for Viridia is just to get straight to Mines. Because in Mines, I can farm for Parts of Baron's, Heaven Punisher, and Viridia card, which would be the only important things there. DB Shield is useless, Final Impact is useless, Devil Battle is useless, Red Daggers are kind of meh, not useful. A full op version 2 gives me a Ruby Bullet, which would be a really cool handgun to use on the Raw Marl. Just having a little Kamehameha laser out of a handgun. I think I actually might use that just for the shits and giggles. Who cares about meta? I care about the meta, that's why I do that. Dude, I got 2 more photon drops! I've got 4 photon drops today! What the fuck? Oh man. Did it drop? Yeah, I got it! I finally got it! Now I'm in the caves on ankles, and now I want to play someone else because I'm tired of playing Hunter. I'm tired of playing Brokeback Ranger. Oh, I need to get someone to Ruins right away. That's right. I need a Spread Needle. My 2 options for Spread Needle are Redria and Purple Num. I need to get my Purple Num into episode 2 because VR Temple, Purple Num Yasmin Cobb from Crimson Assassins at a 1 in 788. Or I could farm Mines for Cannabins at a 1 in 900 Yas 9. I need 2 of them. Oof. I got a lot of farming to do before I get anywhere near the end game. Oh shit. What do I play next? I kind of just want to start making progress into... Yeah, here's what I'll do. I'll start making progress. I'm going to trade off that red handgun for a red partisan. 1 for 1. I'm going to go get a Pal Rappy really quick. Be right back. The red handgun's so much lower. That's for the force. I don't need that. Shifta, Jellin. I don't remember the force needs. I don't think I need these. Saving that one for the other Romar. Looks like I have a Jellin 16 already. I got the important things, right? If I don't need these... Actually, I don't need that on the Force for sure, and I don't need that on the Force for sure. The Jizz 18 is the only thing I don't know if I need on the Force. That's away. Re-equip. Save HD. I'm over 1,000 attack power without shifting now. Perfect. Alright, I gotta do these 3 missions, and then I have the fake and yellow to do. And I'm gonna do the fake and yellow and see if I get a rare Rappy until it's time to go to work. And I'm not just doing it to find the Rappies, I'm doing it for experience as well. Low levels kind of stinks, and so a very safe mission where I can get a good weapon. It's not a terrible thing. And the red partisan will be just a huge improvement to the partisan I have on, to the charge gigish I have on ankles. I might lose a little bit of attack accuracy if I don't get one with hit, but that's actually fine. I'll just put a God Arm back on if that's the case. D-band 14, shift 18. So my shift is higher than the D-band here. That's funny. Exactly 100 attack power difference. That only translates to 50 more damage somehow? Cool. That kinda sucks. I only have 200 more attack power on the Huneural. Ankles only has 200 more attack power than Fingies. And there's 40 levels of difference. I can make up quite a bit of that gap. Especially if Romarl gets more levels. Thank you for nice patch. So dumb. I just wanted to do that for shits and giggles. It wasn't worth it. Yeah, having a shorter character definitely makes this hit more. It's just a shame that the weapon itself isn't that good. Its attacks faster than a shot, but it's like the fact that its piercing damage also reduces upon piercing kind of sucks. Why did they make it do that? Why did they make it reduce damage as it pierced through enemies? This seems kind of a little unnecessary. Not counterintuitive, but like... I suppose if the Inferno Bazooka only hits one creature with a shot animation, they could have made that also... It attacks fast enough to where if it didn't pierce at all, it would still be a decent weapon, but then no one would ever use it. And it's the only weapon that has a piercing like that. Aside from, you know, rare weapons like the Snow Queen. And maybe the Burning Visit, if I recall correctly. Piercing weapons and PSL are joke. Yeah, they kind of are, and it's a little unfortunate. The S-Rank launcher is really good, because its piercing doesn't diminish damage. But why? Why just the S-Rank version does not diminish damage? Why not make the Red Scorpio also not have reduced piercing damage? Or have another rare weapon like that that does the same thing. I don't know. They have 3 tiers of the weapon, and they are all just kind of garbage. It's just sad. It's nice not having an attack accuracy penalty at fucking close range. You didn't even hit him! How? Also, the only 2 good piercing weapons I am aware of, besides the S-Rank launcher, Snow Queen. Because Snow Queen also doesn't have drop-off damage, and even though it's combo locked, a piercing special attack with heavy attack accuracy and the ability to freeze things guaranteed if you touch them, that's kind of overpowered. Alright, I got 20 minutes left, so I think I have time to finish these 2 missions, and then I gotta call it quits. Honestly, a Bread Partisan, if I can use the Butter Rager, I know I can't, but if I could, would probably be better than the Final Impact. Heck, a Gigish would be, not Gigish, Gungnir. Gungnir would probably be better than a Final Impact. The Soul Eater would probably be better than Final Impact in terms of damage. If I could put hit on that, that'd be even cool too. Even cooler. I have to get my other characters to level 80 ASAP so I can start doing super hard. Because as soon as I can handle one super hard mission solo, it'll probably be on the Force for sure. As soon as I can start doing super hard missions, I can start turning in those weapons, and I can start putting stuff on those weapons, which will be really cool. Because I am planning on just only using the crystals I earn on these characters and only doing turn-ins as I do missions. Because I know they're tied to my guild card ID, so they will share all the turn-ins I have available. I'm trying not to abuse that. I'm trying to make these guys seem completely fresh. And I didn't have the desire to make another guild card to keep them separate. If I wanted to, I could also do the max attack that gives me the mastery for the color ID and the class. And I could become masters, and then when I become masters on these, I could have Rogagor just give me a bunch of photon spheres. That's the word. $16. Yeah, I don't think the Jellin or the Zalor changes how many attacks I have to do. I still have to do one extra. It takes one combo off if I Zalor them, but it's not really worth it this moment. My Zalor just bad. 14. It's not horrible, but it's not great. It's not Humar level Zalor yet. I don't desire the 1 in 64 Florin sword from El Rappies, so I'm not gonna get the Rappy drop. Got a level. Yeah, 5 attack power. I already get more attack power per level than I do from the Uniroll. That's sad. The Uniroll gets less attack power than a raw Marl. Then again, I'm not level 80 yet, so I'm not at that plateau. Once I hit the plateau, maybe it'll change. Oh, I'm not doing damage because my shift wore off. Fuck me. I was like, why am I doing 40 per normal? I should be doing 80. I doubled my damage with this. Yeah, getting shift to 18 was a good thing to put on her. Because I'm literally doubling my damage. I had this thought of how I kept all my characters in the same area or the same difficulty. I was kind of thinking maybe in Ultimate I keep them in the same zone, so I can only be in the forest until everyone gets to the caves, and then I can only be in the caves until everyone gets to the mines. That way would limit the amount of shit I'm farming per area per character. Because if I wanted to, I could technically just take my Regria straight to the mines. I could bypass the caves by just, you know, going through it and completing it, since I am strong enough to do that. Yeah, I just go clean the caves out, get into the mines, and then I could be doing the same thing I was doing in V-Hard and just keep resetting Doc Ostos research to kill dub chicks to try and get luminous fields for all my characters. I totally could do that. It wouldn't be fun because the luminous fields are like a 1 in 17... Let's round that generously. 1 in 2,000 drop rate. So I'd be there for a lot longer than I was doing the... Potentially a lot longer than what I was doing for the... God battles. Then again, all I'd have to do is kill four guild chicks, an NPC, and then I get 6 dub chicks, and it'd be a lot faster than killing the entire forest. Or I could do the other mission again, but that would involve me killing things I don't want to fight, like Sinnoh Reds in that case. What would I even get from them? Sinnoh Reds would be a real Agito from Redria at a 1 in 18,000, so an Uber drop that I wouldn't get anything from. No Sinnoh Blues, so I can't get Kasami Bracer. Cannabins, I'd get a DB Sword, and the Guild Chicks, I'd get a TP Revival. I'd have a chance at a Red Scorpio, though, I suppose. And that'd be the only really cool drop I could get. I could use that on the Rangers. Yeah, Luminous Field is 1707. Luminous Fields are probably the only thing worth going for at this point, for the Redria. Unless I want to go for DB Field. I could... Actually, that's actually not a bad hunt. Yeah, back to the middle. What I could do is, instead of farming for Luminous Fields, I could go for straight for DF Fields. Although I want the Luminous Field because it's an upgrade at a low level 100. So as soon as I hit the 100s, I have Luminous Field access. And then the DF Field's like 130s. So I don't want to have a shitty shield or shitty armor until that far in the game. But I could get DF Fields. I don't have access to Aura Fields because I don't have an Aura in here. So DF Field is probably the best weapon I could get. So yeah, farming Merlons at a 1 in 14. That's actually a better drop rate than the Luminous Fields too. I need 4 Luminous Fields, and then I'd only need 3 DF Fields because Forces can't use DF Field. So the Forces max armor would be a DF, a Luminous Field. So I have to at least farm 1. Okay, so I have to farm at least 1, and then I could just trade that around until everyone hits the proper level. Theory crafting. Here's a fun thought. I was thinking about this the other day. I could whip out my Xbox, get that connected online, and just have an Xbox exclusive characters on a different guild card. Would you guys enjoy watching me suffer playing the Xbox version of the game, making brand new characters again next time I feel like doing it? I tried to switch to a Partisan. I've been playing Hunter too long. I genuinely tried to switch to a Partisan there. I was like, where is it? Where is it? Where is my Partisan? Why is Raw Marl's gun animation like 1 frame faster than normal handgun animation? Just 1 frame. Why couldn't she hold the mech guns like that? Like, I would love to see her dual-wield gangster mech guns and it being faster. Respect my gangster. You would enjoy that? I'm sure a lot of people would. Next time I get into making new characters, that's what I'll do. It'll be a complete from-scratch system. No shared items, different guild card ID, so I can't have that option to do that. And I'd have to farm everything from scratch. But I would allow duping. Because it's I'm not spending 3 days, 4 days, 5 days looking for god battles again like that. Oh, and then I'd be able to make 1 of every character, so I could have just a second army of characters. Just a second set of characters available on different guild card that I can farm for stuff and just make an entire new life again. You know, when I get bored of the GameCube life. I'm not going to do that anytime soon, but just because I'm not doing it anytime soon doesn't mean I won't do it. Maybe they'll have palette patch, chat patch, bug fix patch. Maybe they'll have patches for the Xbox version by then. That'd be cool. Some way to implement patches on the Xbox version, because right now the Xbox version of the game doesn't have patches. So I have to, I'd have to go online to get some patches. Scooping another grind. Yeah, well, I'd be gearing up 12 characters. Ain't no fucking way I'm grinding 12 god battles like Rorgurgor does. I'm not that insane. Maybe I'd only farm them up as I need to play those characters, or I'll just trade one around. I don't know. There's no shared bank, so I'd have to go into multi... Oh. I don't have a second controller. I'd have to go online and trade with other people. And there's no shared bank, so I can't just share the bank. I would have to be solo self-found on every character until I go online. So duping wouldn't even do shit because I have to be able to trade the items in the first place. I don't have a second Xbox controller. I don't have a second Duke. That almost killed me. I have so little experience to next level, it's weird. I have about 5 minutes before I have to get ready for work. I kind of want to hit these guys for their items, but it risks the chance of getting the rare one. But I can get power materials from this farm. Power and evade mats. I don't need evade mats, but I could get power mats. Power mats would be pretty good. Less likely than the other things, but I could get them. Alright, you know what? I'm not going to look for every Rappies item. These ones suck ass, so it's not worth using. Not worth hitting them for. In fact, I could speed this up by just hitting them. Who needs the experience from this right now? I don't. I'll get plenty from the large groups. And maybe I get lucky and I just see a Pal Rappy right away and I don't have to farm this for the thing. Then again, if I find a Pal Rappy, I'm not gonna pipe for Rappies, actually. Yeah, I want to get levels naturally. If I find one naturally, I'll get a red partisan there naturally. That sounds good to me. Okay, well, I'm glad I didn't make him run, but we'll just went, I didn't hit him. I'm trying to be quirky. It wasn't worth it. I almost died. Oh. Woo! I don't have hit on my weapons, so I can't. I'm not guaranteed to hit with special attack or with second attack heavies. All right, I got to play it a little more safe. God damn it. Of course I find the 1 in 60, the thing I didn't want to find. Once you beat chapter 1 normal mode, you can go to chapter... What the fuck do you mean chapter 1 normal mode? Once you beat normal mode, you can go to hard mode. You can select any episode at any time. If you were limiting yourself to episode 1 because you didn't think you could go into episode 2, you could go into episode 2 at level 1 with a fresh character and just fucking suffer. There's no limit there. You know, actually, this sword might be able to replace that charge weapon as well. Maybe I'll get a hit one that'll be decent enough to use. Haven't tried it yet? Well, good luck. Episode 2 is fucking pain. Especially if you're newer to the game. Did I break them all? I broke them! I broke them! I've never seen the... I'm high... I found the sneak area! I'm crouching, they can't see me in the bush! There's a stealth game in PSO! I found it! I've never seen this. They're just standing there. Alright, leader says die. I've never seen all 8 of them do this. I've seen 2 or 3 maybe, but not all of them. That's awesome. No, that was possible. Okay. How, Matt? All right. Farm begins. How, Matt's? She's... Yeah! Dude, the only reason I was able to hide in that grass is because I was short. That's why they lost track of me. The reason why height matters in this game so much, because you can do shit like that. Just hide in the dust, hide in the clouds, hide in the grass. The stealth game of PSO. Alright, I got 1 minute before my alarm goes off. Let's finish up this group of enemies and then call it quits. I wasted so much time just watching them. I'm glad I got the debuff off. Yep, time for work. Time to go be a lead without being paid for it. Ooh, Skipto. Good. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna have to sort my inventory out later. It's time for me to go to ready for work. Well, I got the God Battle! I can finally play the other characters. It was a good day. Alright, I'm gonna get ready for work now. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back, hopefully tomorrow. And, hopefully I have better luck doing stuff again. It's nice. I'm gonna have to try and remember to clip that, the Rappies just being broken. That was great. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I'll be around. Toddles.